Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever that you're catching this. Wow, I am the one and only, the Cosmic Doc, and Spirit definitely has me just moving about, doing what I do. Still here on this planet. So grateful for that, indeed. And the vibrations are moving, and I really like this deck. And I want to see what's going to come through. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Tell me Tuesday. There's a lot that we all are looking to be told as evolution is happening. So one of the big things is related to money. We're starting there. So we're basically looking to the universe for insight about what do we need to know or what to keep in mind as we're looking towards new understandings around money. New doorways are opening for all of us. Let me go ahead and knock it again. I had knocked it before I came on, but just in case we need to do a little extra clearing. But what does money mean in your life? What does abundance mean? And what would it mean if you had the opportunity to do a multitude of things that you love to do? And then what if people loved what you did? Then you can walk into your destiny. And that's right there evident within these cards. It's about what do you love? And then what do you feel like you're good at that you love? And you could do multiple things with the multiple talents. And then you can begin to move into different networks of people who get it. And don't just kick it to the side, take it for granted, and find interest in other things. So as you begin to get clear on what do you like, what do you want, how do you want to be in the future that is more grounded in your reality, in your world, then so too will you attract those possibilities. You could be that jack of many trades, and then you also, goodness, every time I see that card, it's so sad because there's so many thieves and crooks out there. But this is reminding us that as you get clear on it, mind the eyes in every direction. That's why it's good to have some extra eyes, to deflect those evil eyes. But in being smart about the protection of your ideas, then you can prevent any accidents, any theft, any unexpected. It is being smart on the pathway. And it is also really thinking about and holding close, holding sacred, whatever that can mean. What do you like? This is where you're manifesting, but it is only for you to think about, grow, and not let other people interfere in that. So as you do, the more creativity will arise, and then you'll find, oh my God, I really love this, and I want to do this and this and that. And then again, Queen of Spades is saying, hey, some of us may have to be willing to step outside, not the box, but the circle and the cycle of others who, well, we always do this. You know, we don't do that. Well, who is we, and who said that I could do or you could do or we could do? We could do whatever that we want. So, stepping into it, being open to that can bring about, give birth to new opportunities. So we got to step into those multi-talents. I've been saying this, it keeps popping up. All of this, what we are in right now, is an initiation period. And initiations take different forms for different people, through different people at different moments, different vibrations that we're aware of and we're not. So, it is all going to depend on how you communicate what you want, how you think about the infinite, how you think about abundance, and where you begin to look around at the people with the masks, all the fakes and the phonies who are maybe around, that are lurking closer, that are trying to figure out what you got going on. You better guard your stuff, keep close, commune with the divine, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Oh my goodness, this is just so interesting as the shine shines, okay? Change is here, and there's a lot of changes that are happening around communication and how we're expressing ourselves and how we're also attracting multiple audiences. What can that mean for you? Maybe that is just sitting on the couch and finding joy in what others bring to you, and then there can be you stepping into that and having fun with it. See, Ace of Hearts. Ooh wee. Yeah, let the gold shine. Let the shine shine and be wise about it. That's what all of this is pointing to when we even just look at the symbology of gold. OMG. Yes. Ha ha ha. Again, G is all about that wisdom, and then the O or the zeros, however that you may write it, it is the wheels that are turning and the circles and the cycles, and where you're like, hey, this is cool, but then I'm tired of these loop and I want to go into a whole other direction. Then we can choose to do so as we find that bridge point within ourselves and say, I'm kicking open the door to new things. So, and it is going to require compromises. Some folks going to try to hustle you. See through to the truth. Understand your worth, your value. I definitely noticed like where people are like, oh yeah, you're good, but then this one over here is way better. Oh, okay, all right, that's great. Let's see how long that lasts. So be very clear and remember, learn from the past how you may have been done with contracts or how other people have dared to value others over you. This is your moment. This is your vibration. And you have to articulate that. But it is going to cut deep. Some people won't appreciate it. And then yet you can't even take everybody to the door and through the door. There's just a lot of things that are happening that are going to make you think about what does it mean to give to the world? What does it mean to work? What does it mean to labor, toil, all this sort of stuff? What does it mean to be a part of a group of many kinds, organizations, whatever that can be? Where have you given so much and then where have the returns just been so minimal? So that's what this is really getting us to think about. You're right here at your destiny and you can really step into what you love, but you got to let go of some things. And that may mean walking away from the traditional way, the traditional to do. This is what we do. Okay, says who? All right. So think about that. What would it mean to be happy doing what you love? Mic drop. Change is here and it's about, okay, what would you like to do that can make you happy? Even if some other people are going to be boo-hoo-hoo. No, I want to go with you. Okay, great. No, you can't. So you got to get clear on who is the real tribe. Who's the pure tribe. Not the toxic tribe. And it's the same thing here. You want to make time to go within your mind to think about the spirals and the circles and who and how and when and why and what for. Think about those basics and then it'll get real clear. Oh, yeah. So again, we're talking about where and how you can be wise on the pathway as the cycles and the wheels are changing and you're finding more of who you are and what will help you thrive on the pathway. So, all right, a king of spades, that is, well, it could be many things. It's big business. It's stepping into this authority of thyself, the real you, the master in that way, the master of many, there's many sides, many contours, many vibrational aspects to who you are. And this is where that leveling up is going to be required. That's why everybody can't go with you. Everybody can't be a part of this because some people are just so messy. Oh, who has time for that? That's just so young. No, we don't have time for the spinning in the circles anymore. Get off the wheel of chaos. Leave the loop-de-loop. Leave the loop for the kids and graduate. Whatever that can mean for you. Because if not, then as I'm looking at that, well, yeah. There'll be jokester faces that will be thought about if you play with the kids then. If you continue in that way. That means like really step into what you're good at, what you do and what you love. And you're going to have to be bottom line to get to your happy, to your emotional understanding of self and how you want to be with other people, how you want to show up, if you even want to show up. Maybe you just want to live off of other people and think you can get away with it. Wherever there's theft, imagine 10 times worse is coming for those who have ever stolen or even moved a penny or a dime to steal of any kind. So yeah, get clear about abundance. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for you? What would you like for it to mean for you? Because as you do, you can get the house in order and you can really find peace. Everybody deserves peace in their life, in their home, but peace, security, foundation, like not having to worry. So as you put attention to that, to think about where can I work smart? Where can I really move into passive income where you can make money as you sleep? These are things you know, because I'm sure all of us will say, oh my God, I totally do that. Oh, I've been doing that. Oh, we'll have every excuse in the world. No, we're not doing it. That's great. Because some of us are going to be forced to have to really think about a bit more. Think about all of this a bit more, these new beginnings on money, because there's just the endings around work that is forcing us to have to really reckon with how do we give to the world, how do we show up, and or how do we, some people, I mean, well, you don't quite want to go to where do we give up, but it is raising the question about to have your hand out and then, you know, to be a part of the team with hands together. We have that choice, and then there is the opportunity to do more part of other and with other teams. Excuse me. So that's cool, but it is going to require you to think about some endings of the traditional way with work. And to possibly burn the midnight oil with yourself, to really sit, write, think, and think deeply about what will this mean for you, for your family, whatever the family can be, or maybe you and your pets, or you and your paintings, who knows, whatever. Really looking at vibrationally that bottom line of yourself and your soul. Are you standing at an opportunity for your happy, or are we going to continue to suffer in silence, drowning in other people's dreams? Ooh wee. So this is definitely, as we think about money and our connection to the world, we do have to think about the working partnerships, those in our lives, romantically, business, neighbors. What is the future going to look like that can make you happy, that can give you a greater sense of self and peace and balance as the world gets louder and the world wants more of you. So, Queen of Hearts, this is your opportunity to think about what you want, as well as giving to the world, doing what you love. My mother would always say, like when she dropped me off to college, she said, do what you love and the money will follow. And I just did not understand it at the time, and now it makes full sense. She always reminded me about having proper balance and doing what I love. I was raised to recognize I was good at whatever I wanted to be. Played soccer, played softball, I sang, did all of that. And then I never felt smart, but along the way, I think folks thought I was smart. So that's cool. And now where I'm at, I'm not bothered by what other people think and how I give to the world. I've always been operating in the multi-talents, except when other people try to use these low vibrational tactics that truly will not ever work again. Oh goodness. I hope no one ever goes through what has been a reality that others have deemed, quote, crazy. Oh, no, ma'am. Very real. And as we let go of what and who and how dare they tried to hold us back, and why? Goodness, worry about your own damn life. Give birth to what you like, whatever that is. A painting, a baby, some cards, a book, whatever that it can be. Stained glass, anything that brings you joy. There you go. Put on some Anita Baker too. That'll be a whole other way. But overall, as I look at the patterns, there is, again, so this is, it's not that it's unavoidable. It's more about, this is all led up to a point where you needed to begin to move to a new place around abundance, your abundance, as the universe is preparing for you to step into your destiny, whatever destiny you see. And then maybe you're still being shown. And then you will find these new networks so you can level up, so we can ascend, so we can move to these higher realms where some of us should have long been, and now it's just all divinely right on time. So as we do, we can continue to skyrocket all the way to the top. How about them apples? Whoa! Yes, yes, yes. So I look at this and I'm like, okay, get grounded, and then I can really get clear on that the direction is always up. It's always pointed to the divine, and having faith in that, trusting that. And that's got me where I am. And we're just getting started. So, and all of us need to really think about what will it mean to level up. I love this card because it is about mastering so many different things. The multi-talents, really juggling what you're good at. Oh my gosh, I love to eat, and, I love cards, and I love dice, and, and, just loving what we love and being okay with that. Not more than okay, whatever. Not worrying about what other people think about. That's where I'm so grateful that I was raised to do what I love and never giving a damn about what other people think about that. Because you can be good at so much, and then other people will try to talk you out of it. See, again, right here, we're getting what? 10, 10, 10. All right. 8, 8, 8. I feel like I'm out here cheerleading. No. But I know some people do. But that is not my past. Okay. Yeah. 8. And we have the leveling up. We have a lot of court cards, I guess, maybe. Kings and queens. Yeah. There's, 3 queens, 2 aces. We got 3 8s and 3 10s. And 2 7s. There we go. And 2 5s. Yeah, it's time to get with it. And so this, oh yes, great way. Oh, absolute wonderful card. It is the Millionaire's card, which is where we look within ourselves and find the value. When we finally see the value within ourselves, then we can really unlock, access this whole new doorway with a safe of many kinds that can unlock all these millionaire type ideas that we've thought about, had stored away, all of that. So as we step into the shine, we can begin to think about ourself, our place, as we've learned through partnerships, as we've learned through groups, as we've learned through that whole people, place, and belonging, and then letting go of the people, place, and influences that have tried to dominate and say you can, you can't, and then we're held back from what we love, or maybe who we love. You know best. So I'm going to add to this before we round it all out, because again, we're in this, Tell Me Tuesday, and it's just we're just stepping into all these different vibrations of who we are, which is to come and share and to empower and to master in a whole variety of ways. So as we're thinking about leveling up, here it is. We have a 3 of clubs, and that is about the multi-talents in so many different ways. I know for me, I love to write, so that is about juggling multitudes of projects of writing that maybe now we can level up in. And hey, the day that I was born is a Ace of Spades, and it is supreme power. So this is where we can all tap into the secret mysteries within ourselves and our connection to the universe, while we're finding and leveling up and really making the higher facing choices But it is going to require us to get organized on the pathway to cut out the things and the people that are holding us back, because maybe those lower vibrational things or people or places or whatever have affected our money, have dulled the shine, have limited our perspective on our own value in our lives, and it's cut so far deep that we've lost sight of it. So, and now the joke, though, if you will, the joker, depends on how we're looking at it. I guess every time I look at the joker, it's like, who is the joke on? You, me, or them? And it's up to us to begin to think about, maybe the joke was, maybe the joke is, and then we're all still evolving in it as we're moving in between worlds and really looking for our place, our voice, our greatest place, and multitudes of how we share with the world, both high and quote low, if there is such a thing. So as we do, again, we can tap into this like real cool creative side that is multifaceted, where we're like really doing more. So it is important to think about. See, again, we got right now, I'm seeing a lot of J. We're seeing Jacks. We're seeing jokers come right on in. So that is about, as you light the truth, as you turn on that lamp and really look at yourself and think about, what am I good at? What do I like? As I'm moving in between worlds, then you can hook in a whole other way. Now, that also could mean some people are just swinging, okay, and finding their fun to do so in that way. But Anne, the Queen of Hearts, is saying, be fearless as you step into your shine and giving birth to these new ideas that are right there for you to step into. And again, it's time to really level up and alter what has been a loss of money, a not as much as we wanted. Now we can learn proper balance of how we give to the world so that we can better receive, and to be unafraid of receiving as we are stepping into our destiny and growing our audiences. And look, leveling on up with that 10. Okay. So it is about being the master of many, whatever you're good at, whatever you feel yourself, and then communicating many truths. There are many sides to our story. There are many aspects to who we are. And then there are the many things that we love. So it is about moving to that pinnacle in our life about, oh my God, I love this so much. I could do this all day. I could do this in my sleep, just like what we're doing right now. See, all of this is truly an initiation as we're beginning to think about, what would I like to give birth to that could bring that abundance unending? And that's what this is. It is doing what you love, and it's a fountain. It's a fountain of hearts and hearts and hearts, which is really based on doing what you love. I know I'm repeating myself, and some of us need to hear that, because there's really some real changes in our lives. For some, it's around work. For some, it's around health. And then we need to get clear in our communication about some of the women in our lives, some of the just the feminine energy, and then some of the things that we give in that way and then deny. How about that? Yeah, but more importantly, it is about communicating a multitude of, it is communicating ideas that come from within. Where I see this 5 of Hearts, it is very much changes around the heart level. Maybe some of you, you're finally having the courage to walk away, and others going to do their best to try to snatch you back, or vice versa. There's others who are trying to snatch you back as you are walking away. But Anne, you can choose to have your heart smile, or you can have an upside down heart. And who wants that? Wah. No, thank you. Sadness, no. Joy, yes. Let's go. And it's getting organizing your life and getting your own damn house of self together. Like, we don't always need the world to tell us how to be and vibrationally to even try to damn control what we do. And that's where it is important to think about our worlds around us, our interconnections, inner and inter. Those people that we've kept around that maybe you're like, yeah, I think I'm going to leave you on the monkey bars where you belong. And I'm just going to go and, ease on down the road somewhere else that is far away from you, because there's just, for certain people, and as I look at this card, I just see shadowed folks that are lurking around in some of our lives that we haven't really given closer look to. But and as we step into the fun and find our peace, that will come as you get clear on. I'm moving on up. I'm rising up. This can't go. It can't be. I love you, but goodbye. Peace. Sayonara. Because if you want a brighter, more expansive world, then it is about getting ready for a more expansive life. Woo-wee. And you got to have unconditional love. And that's what Seven of Hearts is. Don't I know it? That is like one of the cards, a part of my vibration, my soul contract, my vibrational makeup, which is, there's different ways to look at it. We can be a magnet and then the world will want us, but we can't give to everybody. I mean, think about how many people are on this planet. There's no way that you can do for the whole world, let alone even the whole, just even trying to be there for a whole freaking family, block, community. So we have to do what we can that is a lot that resonates far and wide. And we show, I love you, but I love you from afar, and that is okay. Because I got things to do. So, and that's where, as we do what we love, all of that, more money can come. And then the charm and the light, where other people really want to learn from us, so they want to be connected with that. Like, I want to be in that glow. I want to be happy and abundant and carefree and feeling like I have everything that I need. And that's a real flow of power within. If you hadn't thought about it, not all the extra stuff like, crowded around or whatever. But it's time to level up. Time to move on up. There you go. Yeah, climb those stairs to something higher, to really just dust off what you're good at. Like, my mom was great at the flute, and I would bug the heck out of her. Like, why'd you stop? I never understood. And maybe one day she will play the flute again. And this is going to be dependent on what the deals we make with ourselves. Do we want to step back into that creative side, that type? Because there's all kinds of creative gifts that lie within us that, again, clearly, look at that. I'll bust it out my hand. All right, Spirit, I see you. Time to step into these new beginnings, because, and that right there is it. Yeah, that's the divine signal, which I think about every month in different ways. The way you start, and it's also like relationships. The way you start is often the way you end. The way you get them is the way you lose them. The way everything comes full circle. And all of this is about the new beginnings, as new doorways of many kinds are there, have been there, and we're unlocking. We're choosing to keep locked so that we never have access, or other people dare go far beyond us to go and access what is really against divine laws, to access someone's Akashic records that are not your own. So may those doorways hit you on your door, or hit you on your fanny and your forehead if you ever do that again to anybody. That is rude to do that. So as we're all thinking about our abundance, and the world is changing, and we're really thinking about our place, again, in the world, in these new experiences we want, and much better, it is about learning who we are. So maybe that is going to go get past life regression, so you can know and see, and having, learning how to read your own Akashic records, and also to block them from other people. Ugh, I'm disgusted, absolutely disgusted at a person that I definitely know who's been doing this. And then them. It is like when you're spending all your money on that daily, getting readings on people to find out like their future. And then if like maybe you can go steal fortunes, that's called, you need mental help. Okay? This is just a reminder. So, and as I'm rounding it out from the beginning to the end, as we're leveling up, some people need to get the push right on, going up your own street on the other side, groove in your own damn neighborhood, and get away from my abundance, get away from our abundance, And living free. Think about that. What can that mean for you? And it really may mean living free from some people who are obsessed or psychotic or just display these low vibrational tendencies that are not good for you. So, and I am the one and only, the Cosmic Doc, and we've been talking both the shine and where and how it's time to give to the world in smart ways that are even more balanced, as we're finding more about ourselves and stepping into our newness and showing and being shown and saying, hey, I have something to say. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. So have a great everything. All right, bye.